So when Jeff come back in, he's sweating, you know, and I'm like, damn, man. I'm like, shit, man, what's up, man? You know, and he's like, shit, man, I just did a little workout around the pod real quick, and I was like, oh, for real? He was like, yeah, man. He's like, shit, I'm just trying to get my little stamina back up, you know. And I was like, shit, damn, man. I said, you had me kind of nervous there for a minute. He was like, what, you thought I was gonna do something crazy or whatever? I was like, shit, I ain't know what you was gonna do. I said, but you be tripping all the time, so no telling what you might end up doing. So he was like, shit, nah, man, it ain't nothing like that, Fastman. I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying, like you said, lose my custody and stuff over no motherfucking bullshit like that. I was like, shit, I hope not, man, you know. So then a little bit later, we go to lunch, I come back. Like I said, I get on the phone again, still trying to get it, you know. But shit, like I said, I got to wait in lines and all that shit. So then finally, I end up getting talking to my grandma. And then as soon as I got out the phone, that's when Wallace ran up right behind me. You know what I'm saying? Got up on it real quick, clicking it again. Now Dietrich was right there. He, like you said, they got into it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? You need to go ahead, quit all of that bullshit, clicking on the phone and stuff like that. So Wallace got back. You know what I'm saying? Tripping again. You can't tell me what to do. You know how to do this or whatever. He said, I know how to do this. You know, shit, just give me some time and it's gonna be all good. You know, I'm gonna get it together. And he was like, shit, yeah, but shit, right now shit, you ain't getting it together. So you making a bunch of motherfucking noise and stuff like that. So that's when the police come in there. And when they seen him clicking on the phone, they called him by his name, Mr. Wallace. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Mr. Wallace, go and get off that phone right there. Quit doing what you doing because they already know what it was, what he was doing. So they was like, shit, just going back up. So he get mad, you know. He's like, shit, fuck you, you know what I'm saying? He was like, what you say, you know? He was like, you know, I can write you up for that. And he was like, shit, I ain't worried about no write up, you know. And the police was like, shit, yeah, you better be because you ain't gonna be clicking on the phones, you know what I'm saying, in the hole. And when Wallace just kept on walking once he said that. So then he get back to his cell. So when he did that, I was like, shit, man, I'm waiting on the phone. So I get up, go back up to my cell. I'm telling Jeff, you know what I'm saying, what happened. He start laughing, you know. So then he get up, go down there, you know what I'm saying, in the day room for a second. I don't know if he went to use the phone or whatever. But he come back up. Now he mad again. I'm like, damn, man. I was like, shit, you mad? He was looking, the way that he came in the room was like, man, I'm tired of this shit, man. And for real, Fats, man. I was like, shit, man, come on, man. You can't be tired of, you know what I'm saying, Wallace or whatever. And he was like, shit, yeah, I am, man. I'm tired of this motherfucker always doing that old bullshit, you know. I was like, shit, man. He just gonna keep on doing it, you know what I'm saying? So you might as well just kind of get used to it. You know, I said, I just got used to it. I don't pay him no motherfucking mind. Whatever he does, you know what I'm saying? As long as he ain't putting his hands on me or doing no motherfucking crazy ass stuff, I ain't worried about none of that stuff. I said, shit. He said, man, you ain't worried about, you know what I'm saying, somebody respecting you? I said, yeah, I'm worried about somebody respecting me. But first, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna make sure that I eliminate myself from the motherfucking problem. Because if I don't, if I find myself in a situation to where it's a problem with something like that, then I might not be able to get myself up out of it. I might end up losing my life over some old bullshit. So first thing I do is eliminate myself from the problem, but then I'll worry about respect after that because shit, once I eliminate myself from any type of problem, should anybody that disrespect me after that, you know what I'm saying, then I handle my business from there. And he was like, yeah, that's real, man, you know. So I was like, shit, man. I said, I wasn't even worried about that man and stuff. He was like, shit, I wouldn't either. So like I said, them two already got into it, you know what I'm saying, a little bit already. So we in the library one day, I'm reading the newspaper and stuff, and that's when Wallace come up in there. And when he seen me and Jeff up in there, he just turned his head around and just walked about the library. So I was like, shit, damn, man. I was like, shit, what, that a sign or something like that or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Because shit, he seen us and then he hurried up and rolled up out. So I was like, shit, let's go ahead and walk on back to the pod, you know. So we walking out. And that's when Wallace is in front of us. He's going to the yard, go and do his thing. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the yard, you know what I'm saying, real quick. So, like I said, when I get out in the yard, you know what I'm saying, I see him always on the phones doing his thing, going down his little line on his phone and stuff. I would just be laughing and stuff. I hurried up and did my little 2 laps, came back in, got back up in the cell. That's when Jeff was like, shit, hey, Fats, man. I was like, shit, what's up, man? He was like, shit, you think if I whoop that motherfucker, man, everything is going to be all good? He's like, shit, you think he got anybody that's going to kind of back him or whatever when it comes to that? And I was like, shit, man, I don't know, man. I said, shit, you never know what a person got, or who he hang with up in there. Once you put your hands on them, dude, everybody come out in the woodworks after that. So, like I said, you know what I'm saying? When you're thinking about stuff like that, you got to be thinking about your life. So he was like, shit, man, damn, man. He just kept on constantly, just like he was just infatuated with, you know what I'm saying, doing something with that man. Because every day he was just talking about that man. Probably a couple days in 2 weeks, he wasn't talking to me about that. But all the other days, he kept constantly talking to me about that. So one day I was in the day room, just looking around and stuff like that. And that's when I seen, I'm saying, Dietrich over there on the phone doing his own normal stuff the way, like I said, he talks on the phone all motherfucking day long. So Green Eyes was on the phone too. So then that's when Wallace came over there, tapped on Dietrich's arm. It's like, hey man, you think I can use the phone? And Dietrich was like, nah, man, you can't use your phone. I ain't gonna let you use your motherfucking phone. Blah, blah, blah. So they got to going at it right there. So that's when Greenhouse was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to go on here and chill that shit out again. You know what I'm saying? Why y'all always, you know what I'm saying, want to argue with each other over the phone and stuff? And he was like, shit, the other phone is broke. And Greenhouse was like, shit, y'all isn't. He was like, shit, damn, man. He's like, shit, you shit out of luck then right now, because shit, I ain't getting out the phone or whatever. So Wallace was like, shit, that's kind of messed up. So he leave off. Didn't ask Green Eyes or anything. Would he get out the phone or anything like that? He just moved on off. So then get back up to the cell. I'm up in there chilling and shit. That's when Jeff was like, shit, man, like I said, man, you seen that whole thing that played out down there, you know what I'm saying, just right now. And I was like, shit, what you mean? He was like, shit, he can't be doing stuff like that. He said, you see Green Eyes and he didn't go to Green Eyes and ask Green Eyes to get out the phone or whatever. And I was like, shit, he probably was kind of scared of Green Eyes. He probably ain't afraid of Dietrich like that. And Jeff was like, shit, man, damn, man, you know what I'm saying, on the for real fast, man, that motherfucker need to get his motherfucking ass handled real motherfucking fast, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, shit, damn, nah, man, I ain't thinking like that. I don't know what should happen to that man or whatever, but that man do some old grimy ass shit. So, but I don't know what should happen, you know what I'm saying, to that man. So I was like, shit, I'm really just kind of hoping that, man, you can kind of just quit talking about that man and stuff, because I'm tired of looking at that man and trying to see if that man is on some scandalous ass shit or not. You know what I'm saying? I just trying to just be myself or whatever. And he was like, shit, all right, man, you know what I'm saying? So when I said that, you know what I'm saying, he sat on the toilet right there with his head down and stuff. And you can tell that he was thinking about a lot of stuff. And I was like, shit, hope this man ain't thinking about, you know what I'm saying, doing nothing crazy or whatever. Because shit, you got people up in there all the time, you know what I'm saying, that want some type of revenge because they feel like you disrespected them, and they want to make sure that you don't disrespect them in ways where it brings down their face card and stuff up in prison. Because shit, if somebody disrespects you up in there, you want to make sure that you get your respect. You don't want everybody thinking that you disrespect them. And I don't know if Jeff think that, you know what I'm saying, Wallace was disrespecting him or not, but you know whatever they had, little conflict they had when it came to that phone, didn't really make no motherfucking sense to me because shit, I wouldn't have been worried about that motherfucking phone at all. So I was saying like, damn man, after that I just got up, in the morning, went to breakfast, just kind of cleared my head, saying for a minute, come back, I'm up in the cell with Jeff again. Looking at him, making sure that he's all right. Because, like I said, he been going through a downward spiral. So, with his girl and stuff like that. So, I could kind of, basically was kind of looking over him, Not watching him like, he was somebody that was kind of important to me. He was my friend up in there. He was my cellie. I didn't really know him like that. But we was kind of cool and stuff. So, he get up in the morning, gets like I said, put his boots on, doing this little exercise, little routine out there in the day room. I'm checking him out, what I'm saying. He doing it. And then Wallace come walking out there real quick, and it seemed like once Wallace get out there, his whole momentum changed, and he just quit working out. He just goes back to his room. So I'm like, shit, damn, man. I was like, shit, you all right, man? When he came up, and he's like, yeah, I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I was like, shit, damn. I was like, shit, man. I said, you sure you ain't tripping about Wallace or nothing like that? He was like, yeah, man, I'm sure, man. I'm kind of done with that motherfucker right there. So I was like, shit, all right, man. So like a couple days go by. I mean, did nothing happen or whatever. We kind of the whole conversation kind of just chilled out. So I'm like, shit, damn, man. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. After about a week, we won't be talking about this motherfucker Wallace no more. But it seems like every day since we in like a little closed environment or whatever, you see this motherfucker every day, no matter what. It kind of changes, you know what I'm saying, the man's judgment on that man every given time. Because we was sitting at the chow hall table, and then, Wallace looking over there talking this old shit, talking about Jeff is sorry and all that, And he was like, see, man, I told you fast he keep disrespecting me, man, you know what I'm saying? I was like, shit, I don't know, man, I said, shit, he ain't fucking with me or whatever, or he ain't saying nothing crazy to me, so I'm saying to myself, I'm kind of cool with all that. So we get back to the cell. He was like, shit, man. Damn, man, I told you, man, that motherfucker can't be disrespecting me all the time like that. And I was like, shit, yeah, man, I see it, man. I said, but shit, you really can't really, really do nothing about that because unless you're willing to, put your life on the line for something because shit, as of right now, he just kind of mad at you about the phone and stuff like that. And he was like, yeah, he said, do that shit one more time, man. It's on, man. I was like, all right, man. So we get up there to the room. He's like, hey, why don't you come down, man, with me and use the phone with me, man? I was like, all right, man, he just wanted me to sit down there with him because, like I said, maybe I can kind of calm the whole situation down. If Wallace do some more crazy shit on the phone or whatever, that can kind of calm everything down. So we sitting down on the table right there. So then that's when Wallace come over there to the phone, do his little thing or whatever. Click, 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 click. So then that dude Dietrich, he was like, man, I told you about that motherfucking old bullshit, man. That you don't need to be doing that motherfucking old bullshit. So they got to going back and forth, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I told you about, you know what I'm saying? That calling card shit don't work and stuff. And Wallace was like, shit, man, come on, man. Let me go ahead and get this off. And Dietrich stood up. He was like, shit, nah, man, that's motherfucking bullshit, you know what I'm saying? So he was right here, you know what I'm saying? And Wallace was right here with the phone. And Wallace was down like this, you know what I'm saying, doing the phone like that, you know what I'm saying, click, 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 click. So all of a sudden, Dietrich, you know what I'm saying, hit him right on top of his motherfucking head with the phone. Bam! Wallace went down like this. He came back up, you know what I'm saying, they got to fight. Dietrich, you know what I'm saying, start doom, 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 boom. And then they got to pushing each other, and then right there, where the TV at, we had a dinosaur TV, so we didn't have like the flat screens on the wall and stuff. So he hit the little TV stand right there. The TV went down and it made that big old boom. You know, like when the glass on the TV bust open, it make that like a real blasting noise, like boom, like that. That's what it did, you know. And when they did that, that's when the police was in the tower right up there and they can look down, they seen that stuff and they hit the alarm. And then probably about 3 minutes later, that's when all the suits and stuff came and told everybody to lock down. You know what I'm saying? Me and Jeff getting up, you know what I'm saying? We going back to our room. Jeff looking over at that whole motherfucking thing, laughing and stuff. I'm telling Jeff, hey man, you don't need to be laughing about that, man. That's some real ass shit that just went down over there, you know. And he's like, shit, damn, man, fuck that nigga Wallace, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that motherfucker's got his motherfucking ass up out of here. And I was like, shit, damn, that is true. You know what I'm saying? Now you ain't really got to deal with that man no more and stuff like that. He was like, hell yeah, I'm glad as a motherfucker I ain't got to deal with that phone tag ass motherfucking ass dude. And I was like, shit, yeah, man, you ain't got to deal with him no more. So we went back to our room. They ended up going back to the whole, you know, but like I said, you know what I'm saying, in prison, them phones can really get you killed, you know. Somebody might not like the way that you moving on the phone, might try to check you over the phone, and you can lose your life over a phone at any given moment up in the penitentiary. But yeah, my best advice to you is don't go to the penitentiary to get yourself involved in situations like that. Because I'm sure Wallace was just doing his normal stuff around the penitentiary, you know, just being himself. And I'm sure that Dietrich didn't like the way that he was moving around there. And Jeff sure didn't like the way that, you know what I'm saying, Wallace was actually handling his business up in there because he didn't like the way that he was doing things on the phone when he actually needed the phone. So when you need something up in the penitentiary, things is kind of different and the outlook is totally different when it comes to those situations. So like I said, you know, you don't want to get yourself involved in situations to where you could end up in the penitentiary. You want to make sure that you stay up out your penitentiary. This is your boy Fats. I'm up out of here.